What two? Bare truth in the building. Get my chats going. You know what that is? Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. In my arms is where you should be. Anita Baker going down. What's that word? What's the word? Check my stats out. It's official. I am live. Man, Anita Baker do something to you. And that's that part. It's like you gotta like snap to that. You know what I mean? If you like old school, you gotta. That's like when you get so grown, you be. If you don't know nothing about that, boy, you don't know nothing about nothing. Hey, listen, if you got a problem with Anita Baker, you probably got a problem with God. Like, who got a problem with Anita Baker? Like, her music is so dope. I'm telling you, man. 1 2 1 2 1 2. B.A.R.E Truth is in the building. Turn this down, y'all. What's happening with everybody? Man, I just woke up. But man, I feel good. You know how you be taking them naps and then you like wake up and you be rejuvenated? It's been a long week. Last week we had Big B funeral, and then when that was over with, it was just like it drained you so much, man. You know what I mean? It takes so much energy out of you. You know what I mean? When you're dealing with something like that, and then you come back into a week of just cutting hair and just trying to get back on schedule, trying to get your routine back together, man. And it's like it was draining. And then this week it just went down with the haircuts. We had the fair, so everybody was trying to get their haircuts. And now it's gonna go down even more because school is about to start back. And so shout out to New. Me and her went to T Pain, uh copped the little fun tickets, man. And I gotta tell you, man, next year I'm gonna see who's coming. If it's gonna be somebody that I like, I'm finna jump on them tickets in advance, man, because that was bull. You know what I mean? The fun passes was like 130 a piece. But the blessing is that we copped the fun tickets, and the next day by 10:30, I sold mines. You dig what I'm saying? I sold them both for the $130. You know what I mean? So it's like I spent a $130 for me and her to go to the concert, and I figured it was halfway through the week. So boom, and a dude bit him and his wife wanted to go to some concerts on Saturday, and so it was some rock stuff that was going on. So they was just like, man, he was like, where you at? I'll come and get them. I love doing business with white people because they don't try to front. They come and they got that cash and they prompt, they on time. So it is what it is. So I got that bread back. And T-Pain was dope. T-Pain put on a show. For the whole time that he was out there, he was on 10. Some clowns was throwing beer on the stage. Uh, I don't know what that was about, just and he said something that was so real. He was just like, "Listen, um, if you keep throwing the beer on the stage, you know what I mean. Once I feel like I'm disrespected, I'm gonna leave." And he's like, "I'm still gonna get paid." And so we in there and the people in the crowd, we thinking like, hey, whoever he is, y'all need to get him because we just paid like 130 for these fun passes. Now, if he walk off the stage and we don't get our money's worth, whoever you is, I think when he would have got outside, he'd have got his ass whooped. You know what I mean? And that's just real talk. They probably was gonna whoop his ass. So they probably had to find whoever the culprit was, and get rid of him or like, fam, cool out. And so whenever you're going to any concert, it's unfortunate you got people that's gonna act like that. They're gonna drink. And I'm gonna be honest, this ain't a shot. White people was there. They was everywhere. And one thing about white people, they come out to support and they come out to party. And so probably somebody down there on that floor that was doing a bunch of drinking. And you dig what I'm saying? So they down there drinking and they just acting reckless. So you at a concert, man. People have spent like $100 and something to get in this thing, and here you is throwing beer at this man. Like, man, if you don't find you something to do, I swear if they would have pointed him out, he probably was gonna get whooped. But other than that, I got a little announcement, man. Listen, August the 16th. I know it's gonna be busy. You got King George, you got I want to say Big Pokey, some blues singers. They're gonna be here. I'm not for sure who's throwing that, but they gonna be here. They're gonna be somewhere here. I seen like a little flyer or something of it. But my girl Yolanda Sanders, man, she just dropped her book. Look into the mirror, and we are going to go live at the Skylight Luxury Lounge. We're going to do the podcast. We're going to go live. Talked to Skylar last night. We could set up. We can go live. We're going to have a book signing, and then me and her going to sit down. We're going to talk about the book, and we're going to walk through it like chapter by chapter, do some questions and some answers. So if somebody else that's got the book that's from here and you read it, you want to pop up to the podcast, pull up, and come on, man, and support this thing. And I think we're trying to really like do it because we want to do something. Let me see. Something was just wrong with the internet. Hopefully, it didn't shut off. But meanwhile, okay, so it's still cracking. But meanwhile, we want to do this because we want to do something different because she's from here and she dropped the book. So we're trying to support her. You dig what I'm saying? It's like people from the town, like whenever somebody from the Quad City do something, man, we need to stand up and we should stand behind it. You know what I mean? So Yolanda Sanders dropping the book. Look into the mirror. It's dope. I've been reading it. It's really deep. It's really funny. She's super serious as an author, man, and I like it. So she inspired me to keep writing my books. My sister gave her some insights on it because my sister write books. So now I think me and my sister we thinking about collaborating and doing something about our childhood growing up and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. God bless Yolanda Sanders, man, and some other people happen. Another thing, love to my man Leonard Overstreet and the Overstreet family. Robert Overstreet passed over last week, and I had just seen him. I just seen him up at the on Locust and Bridge, at the little OKs, where the little Arabs got their little liquor store at now, and he was just walking across the street and stuff like that. And so some of the people that was in the BP across the street they was there trying to help him, man. And I don't know exactly what happened, but somehow he must have fell out. They tried to give him CPR. They rushed him over to Genesis, and he died. His mom was a member of the church that I was attending, Mount Sinai. So I know the pastor just sent out something and said that the funeral is going to be over there. So man, keep the Overstreet family in your prayers, man. And everybody probably done seen him either over there or either at the Arabs about to save more. Big bro, how you doing, big bro? Big bro, let me holler at you, big bro. You take what I'm saying? Like every day, that's my man. I done seen him plenty of times, and so love to my man Leonard. Man, Leonard be hitting me up, man. We got some good topics. I got one that I'm working on now that we gonna talk about. But today, part two, definitions of love, part two. Last week, we got a lot of good feedback. Some people was on there. K Dot, what's the word? The problem I have with that is if it was just us, they would have shut it down. Some K Dot, you right. I think K Dot talking about the concert. If it had been like a concert, you know what I mean, and the majority would have been black people at the state fair, they would have probably been shut that thing down, But um, they got him and they made him stop, so that was cool. Back to the definitions of love. Last week we talked about some things like what love is not. You know what I mean? So we was having a few topics that we was talking about, and we was going through some things. Um, like about people being inconsistent, not doing what they say they're doing. You know what it is. I got so many notes and notebooks, but this today we're gonna do okay manipulation. Here it is. Here it is. The lack of emotional support, self-centeredness. Remember, lack of emotional support. This person never really cares about who you are or what you got going on in their life, in your life, in their life. They just they don't worry about what you got going on in your life. They always about them. They always self-centered. You know what I mean? And so you could be having some emotional breakdown, could be having family issues, but it's not like that. And man, I got the perfect example for you, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to shame nobody. But self-centeredness, people that's always making every issue about them. Me. Inconsistent behavior. You dig what I'm saying? 1 minute want to hang out, want to show you love, want to be do date night, want to be cool with you. Then the next minute disappear, done with you, this and that. Keeping secrets, hiding stuff from you, lying. The lack of effort. If you say you love somebody and you with somebody and you ain't putting in no effort, to make it work, you playing, And so I'm still gonna save the one, the love endures. I'm gonna save that. I got something going for the Bible study, but I'm gonna show you this video today. And so now we finna talk about relationships. When I say the definition of love, what I want to know is some people scared of love, and if nothing else, are you willing to fight for love? You dig what I'm saying? So that's what we finna talk about. K Dot, what are you saying? Me. Let me go. Let me show this video. And man, I try to get some people to be guests, man. It's cool if y'all scared and y'all don't want to be, you know what I mean, be on the thing. Watch this video real quick because we're gonna figure this out. Check this out.
Most relationships, and I'll even be more specific, most relationships that involve connection and true love are typically hard. Not because relationships have to be hard, but because most people have been hurt by something in their life, are holding on to past traumas, haven't resolved it. Once they meet this individual that they feel so strongly about, it is scary. This is where things get difficult. It's the difficultness in how do I handle this? How do I manage this? You'll have people feel like they're losing themselves, but they're not losing themselves. Their true self is coming out. And it's the self that's been hiding behind that wall they've been using for quote unquote protection. But I always say the same walls able to protect you are the same walls blocking your blessings.
Love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it. Because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interesting to talk to anymore. Goodbye. But that real love that sometimes is difficult, difficult to have, that's that love.
Hey, um, what dude said is really like real though. You know, um, sometimes, man, it's just like you put up a force field. Sometimes, man. Real quick, let me tell you this super duper petty story, man. When I was a little kid, I was like about 15 years old, and it's the first time somebody ever cheated on me. Now, one of the things that I think, you know, what I mean, as people get older, or like say when you enter a relationship, this has got to be true. I know it ring true with like so many people. It's this right here. Let me get my chats back up here just in case somebody got something to say. Hey, Diane, what's up, Auntie? Um, Listen, nobody wants to have their heart broke. You know what I mean? First of all, just keep it 100. Getting your heart broke, it's like it sucks. It's the worst feeling in the world. I mean, and I don't care how old you are. You dig what I'm saying? The feeling is the same, bro. That's the reason why I know for a fact that God created us and that the human beings have a spirit, because love is an emotional thing. You remember there was a person that was on here like last week and was just saying like it's about being authentic. And when you being authentic, then this and that. Love is taught. Love is not taught because um you can't get ready for a heartbreak. Now, now listen to this. I was probably like a sophomore in high school, and I was with this girl, and we broke up, right? And so, come to find out, my cousin was over this dude's house, and he seen her over this dude's house. You dig what I'm saying? So, first like little high school relationship, you know what I mean, thinking that you really like care about somebody. So come to find out she was over this dude's house. So when I questioned her about it, she had messed with dude. She had slept with dude and shit. So I don't know, man. It was like, man, I was so heartbroken. I mean, I was so sick. I mean, I told her I made her tell my mom that she cheated on me. You did what I'm saying? So, because she used to come over our house and, you know what I mean, always speak to my mom, and, boom, she'd come to my room and we'd be hanging out in my room and shit like that. And so, uh, whenever she came through, my people then was like, such and such is here, boy, go get that door. And whoop de whoop, hey, how you doing? Come on in. And so she was one of the cool ones that, they'll let her come to my room and shit. We'd be in the room with the door closed, listening to music. So when I found out she slept with dude, I felt like, man, like you betrayed our whole family. You dig what I'm saying? I was so hurt. My stomach was so hurt. So listen, I go wake my mom up in the middle of the night, and I was just like, you did us bogus. I was like, you all over here smiling in my people face, and then you over here fucking this nigga. Da, 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 da. You dig what I'm saying? So my mom like, who is this? And I give her the phone. So Shorty tell my mom that she slept with this other dude, and my mom started laughing. So, so now I'm really disgusted now. So now I'm hurt, and I'm like, man, yeah, she over here fronting and coming over here acting like she cool with us, like she like me, speaking to you and stuff like that, talking to you, and she over some other nigga house. Do. My mom was like, boy, go lay down. I was like, what the? But I'm talking about me. Man, I'm talking about I was hurt. I'm talking about it's the first time I ever had my heart broke. Like, you dig what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to deal with it. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't know what it is. I know as a little kid, probably one of the things that you hate, which I mean, it's petty, and as a grown person, you probably on the same thing too. Um, did she like having sex with this nigga better than she like having sex with you? You know what I mean? I think that's the thing that always play out in your mind. K dot. Bunk pull no punches. Hey, listen. She was like, "Boy, if you don't go lay down, like I don't even know what are you telling me this for." She was like, "Sweetheart, you already with me. I ain't mad at you." Da, 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 da. But I was mad. I felt like, man, you need to tell people. You need to tell people you low down and you disgusting and you just did this. You dig what I'm saying? My heart, man, I'm talking about my feelings was hurt. And one of the things that you do think about, I mean, that'll be playing out in your head, you always thinking like, all right, um, did this nigga hit better than you? Did she moan louder for him? You know what I mean? So, and not only that, this was one of my guys. You dig what I'm saying? Not like one of my guys like I was cool with on the block, but when I first moved to the Quad Cities, this was my man. So, like in elementary, like me and him grew up. Now, fast forward, we're in high school now, so I hadn't seen him and I hadn't kicked it with him and stuff like that. But he player. You dig what I'm saying? So he had like little women out here, you know what I mean, on the low that dig him and stuff like that. Make it so bad. I gotta give him a shout out. Rest in peace to my man Gus Nance. It was my man Gus. And she was over there at Gus and them house. But it's crazy because that's my dude. Me and Gus, that was like one of my best friends when I first moved to the Quad Cities. But it's like that. You know what I mean? And so uh say for instance, as you get a little bit older and now you get into a relationship, you know what I mean? When somebody hurts your feelings, the next time you get involved with somebody and you start liking them, it's automatic. A force field is coming up. It's like I ain't really finna give nobody my heart no more. You know what I mean? And so I'll give you another example. We get past that. You know what I mean? And so and we kids, right? So it's nothing. But now, like fast forward, we get older and we start getting out into life. It's like this: once a person do you like that, and knowing that I had like other like little chicks that was digging on me, I turned into like Playboy turned up, like for real, for real. So it's like, okay, if it's like that, like shit, I'm out here. You know what I mean? And man, I turned up. Like for real, for real. If this is what you want to do, you want to play games, all right, we can play these games because you know what I mean. Being kind of like in the streets, Quad City, small, so we used to always be on some rap shit. I tell you something, man. We went and we opened up for Ice Cube and Yo Yo. Ice Cube and Yo Yo came down to the Palmer Auditorium. So we had this little rap group called the Black Expo. And they let us rap. They let us open up for them. And so the whole thing was packed. Man, we went back to school the next day. We was like superstars. Nigga, I had so many girls. I mean, everybody like that. Sugar Bear was on stage. They was rapping, and girl, he was dancing, and he was this and that. It's like so it was like after that, it was over. You know what I mean? And to the moon. So and it sucks. And as a little kid, because now you done picked up this trait of now you're a womanizer. Now you dig what I'm saying. So you going through these things. But if you fast forward into like an adulthood, and say for instance a woman, if somebody breaks her heart and she gets into another relationship, if she ain't really healed, she ain't finna give you 100%. So when you say like, okay, love, definitions of love, are we scared to love? I think ladies, y'all might, you dig what I'm saying? Y'all might take more chances than dudes will. You dig what I'm saying? Like you will open up and you will fall in love faster than another dude will. Me, I had another issue that happened. Like when I went to the joint, not gonna get into it. I started to call her and ask her could I talk a little bit about it, but we already kind of like beefing. But my BM, she broke bad. You know what I mean? She started messing with a dude that was like family to me. You know what I mean? And so we're not family through blood, but you know what I mean. All of his people, his older brothers and sisters, are my cousin through marriage, through horse. And so we always looked at each other like family, like cuz, until I go to the joint. Now all of a sudden, you know what I mean, you over at my crib, you know what I mean, trying to, be with my BM. And at the same time, when he was married, I done spent the night at him and his wife's crib. You dig what I'm saying, on New Year's. So now you fast forward and now you over here trying to holler at my BM and you around my kids. I just think that it's, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. And so I got to tell you, the trust factor for me is like high. So it's like I'm always thinking that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be a scam or a scheme or something like that. It's like it's always gonna boil down to you're gonna be on some BS. You know what I mean? Now, it goes both ways because I used to be on garbage myself too. So it wasn't like she just on garbage. It was just you know what I was doing? I was watching something the other day, and it was super dope because Lil Wayne finally spoke up about what's happening with like Drake and Kendrick Lamar and them, right? And so in one of the interviews, they caught him on interview, and you remember Kendrick Lamar saying they not like us. Kendrick Lamar said he says you was fucking on Lil Wayne girl. Now that's conniving. And then when he was in jail, now that's conniving. Then got his name, got his face tattooed on you, apologizing. You know what I mean? He said when Lil Wayne was in jail, you was fucking on this girl. Now that's conniving. Then got his face tatted on you, apologizing. Lil Wayne spoke about that. So Drake got a tattoo of Lil Wayne tattooed on him. But when Lil Wayne was in jail, Drake slept with Lil Wayne girl. Now it might be like a bro code, like for back then, Lil Wayne might have made it seem like it wasn't nothing, but he was like, that hurt. You dig what I'm saying? He said that hurt him. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that's like one of the biggest things. It's like, man, when you in a joint and somebody treats you like that, because like with me and my BM, when it hit the fan, the first thing I did was like, all right, if you feel like you can't handle this, let me know so I can get into jail mode so I can do this time by myself. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show her how to, get rid of shit and let's get this money so you can put money in my book so you can take care of bills. She making it seem like she ride or die. But then at the end of the day, she broke bad. Then she started like messing with dude. And so I mean it hurt. And especially because it's somebody that you know what I mean? And then it's like, damn, I'm at my lowest point where you really thinking like, damn, do you got my back? You dig what I'm saying? And I will say this because I deserve the right to say this. Didn't nobody send me didn't send me no letters, didn't send me no money, and didn't come and visit me not one time out of 14 years and 8 months. And we got a daughter together. I felt like I deserved better. You dig what I'm saying? It's like no matter what you feel like a person is or a person was on or whoop de whoop, as much love as I poured into that, I deserve better. It was just like, man, at tax time or something, somebody should have, you know what I mean? Somebody should have broke me off. Somebody should have sent something, sent the package and was like, here you go. Especially after you ran through this, you ran through that, you did that. Or when I was out, I always made sure that we was financially straight. Long as I'm breathing, we financially stable. I don't care if I hit a bad lick and I gotta take your check and go flip that. When I go flip that, we about to bounce back like round ball. So meanwhile, when I hit rock bottom, you suspect somebody's supposed to be there. You know what I mean? Especially when it's somebody as tight as your BM. So I know this hit home for some people because I'm not the only one that went through that. It ain't just my story. Lil Wayne said the same thing, like being in jail and then having your girl cheat on you with like, come on, I just put this dude on. I'm the one that pushed Drake out here. I the one that gave him his deal. You dig what I'm saying? I'm responsible for him blowing up, and I go to jail and you sleep with my girl. You know what I mean? And so, you know, just as conniving as guys can be, women can be just as conniving. Now, keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is this: are we scared to fall in love? You know what I mean? Because sometimes, Lauren Hill was saying, love, unconditional love, people don't know what that is. You dig what I'm saying? Because sometimes when somebody is going through something, if you really love this person like you claim you love this person, you got to get down in the mud with them. You dig what I'm saying? You got to get down in the mud with them and you got to rock with that. No matter what's going down, it's just like, all right, I love you. So if you going through that, we going through that. Um, Let me see. I had a little note too. Um, Another thing is this right here that I figured out. And ladies, you got to understand this though too. Um, some dudes don't want to be committed to love. You know what I mean? They don't want to be committed to love. Um, I don't know. And you know what's crazy is that when I be reading the Bible, it's kind of hard for me to explain like how back in the Old Testament did they have multiple wives, and then when Jesus showed up, he said, you know what I mean, God respected them for having like multiple wives because they was dealing with the order of marriage and adultery in a certain angle. But he was like, he quotes the one scripture from when Adam and Eve was in the picture, and it says, for this reason a man shall leave his mother and father and cling to his wife. And so now it's just like, you got to get with that one person, go get some, go get somewhere and sit down. And so it's it. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I will refer back to the man that I was telling you about that's on my page. Scroll down somewhere and try to see him where his wife was saying, like, listen, look at me from the neck down, talking about her body. Every woman that's out there in the world, she just like me. Whatever you looking at out there, you can come home and you can come get this from me. So you ain't got to be out there and you ain't got to cheating. Let that sink in for you, ladies. Don't let no woman out in the streets. You know what I mean? Outdo you. Your man come home, you tired, you sleepy. You don't want to comb your head. You don't want to get your nails done. You don't want to get your hair done. You got to stay sexy. And you got to keep the bedroom spicy because you got a husband. So if y'all together and y'all want to do this forever, forever, ever, forever, ever, you gonna have to, you know what I mean, get some sense about yourself and make it spicy. You dig what I'm saying? Now, back to what I was trying to say. Um, when you get married now, you looking for that ride or die, that partner, somebody that you can go somewhere and sit down with, and this is who you wanna make everything happen with. But there's some people out here that just don't want to be committed. You dig what I'm saying? And they might tell you that they love you. They might act like they love you, but at the end of the day, they just not about to be committed to no one person. And so you'll see some people out here that'll just put up with some foolishness. You'll let this person treat you like trash just because you love this person and this person telling you whatever. And it's just like, first, that the saying is so cliche. First time my fault, second time your fault, you know what I mean? Or they'll say something like that. First time shame on you, second time shame on me. Well, how many times can this person keep shaming you before you stop and thinking like, damn, I'm looking like a fool out here? Do you really got me looking like a fool? You dig what I'm saying? And you ain't really doing me no good. You just out here doing whatever you want to do. And one thing I try to do for right now, for these days, is I always just try to be honest, man. Like, listen, this is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going through this. And I always try to tell the truth because I feel like, listen, if I tell you the truth, then you know what we can do? We can keep it a buck from right there. If I give you the truth, you got two choices. You can listen to what I'm saying, you can accept it, or you don't have to accept it. Least we know what I'm on, what you own, and you have the right to go your way. I got the right to go my way. Cause I ain't in the business of forcing nobody to be with me. So you don't have to be with me. Listen, I could sit down in this basement and I didn't did it. You know what I mean? And be by myself. I wish I could tell y'all the story of what happened. You know what I mean? About the little prostate checks on different things that make your prostate level checks go up. Matter of fact, this is the bare truth. So so let's keep it 100. Everybody was on the thing and we was doing the test. Remember, I was doing the test and I went to the doctor. I really didn't want to say it because sometimes my mom she be watching, or my auntie, my auntie Diane, she down to earth. My auntie Geneva down to earth. They be watching it, right? So listen, I go to the doctor and my prostate levels, I get some blood tests and my prostate levels is up. You dig what I'm saying? So they make me go and uh what she say? She says transparency is key. Give them the option to deal with what they want to deal with. Can't nobody be mad. Then hold on, let me post that Shay because that sounded so smart. Boy, that sounded so smart. Okay, so Shay said give them the option to deal with what they want to deal with, and can't nobody be mad then. You know what? And I think she's going back to the little point when I was saying like telling people the truth. um Read that, let that sink in, and always keep it 100, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you keep it 100 with a person, now we ain't got no problems. You dig what I'm saying? Because now you know exactly what's going on with me, I know exactly what's going on with you, and then we get the options to say, all right, is this what I want to deal with? And then if you don't want to deal with it, you don't deal with it, and can't nobody be mad. And if you choose to deal with it, then you deal with it. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's how that go. You dig what I'm saying? So I think at a certain age, we too grown to be walking around lying. You know what I mean? Lying about like little petty stuff. Come on, man. You got to get that shit together. That shit is petty. Now back to this because I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you this, but I got to give it to you because it's the bare truth. So I was telling y'all about how I did the prostate check. My levels was up and they had to do the little biopsy and whoop de whoop, how it was miserable. I had to wear a diaper. So when I went back to go get the results, and so the results came back negative. So I told you he used his finger, he mess around in you. That's embarrassing because you feel, you know what I mean, like you've been tampered with. Then, he read the test. The test came back negative. So he says the only way that your prostate levels, your blood levels could be high, he says, do you masturbate? You dig what I'm saying? So now he asking you a personal question. And so this is the bare truth. We being honest. So for men out there, if you masturbate, you dig what I'm saying? You take a chance at making your prostate blood levels go up. Because not to be graphic, while you pulling on yourself, the whole string, everything that's attached from the scrotum is attached to the prostate. And so if you masturbating, you can mess up your prostate. You can make it look like your prostate is having a problem. Why am I telling you this? Back to the main thing. I would rather date myself than play with you. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't have no problem with being single, and it's the gift and the curse. So let's keep it 100. Doing time in a joint, I did 14 years, 8 months. No women. I didn't do what other dudes did. What some other dudes did. I never slept with a man. I never looked at a transgender. I never did that. There were some CEOs that you probably could have got a shot with, and there was like two of them that was digging me. I could have probably had a shot, but I was walking with God. I was really into the Bible. I can't front. I was even teaching Bible study, so that wouldn't have been in characteristic to be doing that in a joint and calling yourself walking with the Lord. And when I got out, I didn't come out just trying to shoot and go have sex with women. So that was a beautiful thing to be able to have that power of celibacy where you can turn on that switch and turn it off. Now, I did mess around and I jumped in the field and did some stuff. And you know how sex is. Sex is a beautiful thing. And there it is. And then you will want sex. But then here it is. You can't be out here laying around sleeping with people and just, you know what I mean? Because there's so much going on out here. So, and a result to it, you go back to and you you start masturbating, and next thing you know, I damn near messed my life up, scared me, thought that I was going through some stuff, and that was just a joke. So why am I telling you that? I don't know. It's the bare truth. Take that one and run with it. But listen to me. So I said it all just because I'm giving you an example of like I don't need a woman, not right now. I'm not gonna say I don't need you. I love a lady, because I like the balance. I want my ride or die chick. I want to be married. I want my wife because I do better. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to fold clothes. I know how to wash them, but I don't know how to fold clothes. I like her to organize shit. There's some things that women do that God created a woman to do, and I want that. I want my partner so I can be the man. I want to be the leader. I want to be a provider, a protector. But we're gonna get back into the other thing because I got the part two of this. How much time we on? We on 8:34. So yeah, let me just get this out of here. Because we talking about are you scared of love? But what I am scared of is sitting up playing with people and going. Nicole, what are you covering your face for? Like, what are you putting that emoji up for? I had to tell the people the truth. Like, I mean, I didn't want to say it because it was kind of graphic, but meanwhile, I had to tell the people what was really happening because I'm letting you know, fellas, you don't go out here sticking yourself into women and people and you don't care nothing about them. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's gonna open up some emotions and stuff like that. And now, if you got like a situation and you feel like, okay, this is what we own and this is what we doing and it's a mutual agreement, to each his own. You grown. You do what you want to do. But here's the thing: when you start lying to people, and you start telling people you love them and you want them and you want to be with them, but then again, here you come with this inconsistent behavior. Here you come with your secrets. Here you come with your lies. You bogus. And I don't care because we too grown now. We ain't players no more. We ain't little young niggas running around in the club, going back and telling my homie, yeah, I hit Shorty. Shorty thick, Shorty, I did, man. Yeah, I bust Shorty down. Oh, Shorty, this and that. Now, I still got some guys that come to the barbershop and they still talk like that. And I ain't gonna even lie, the conversations mean nothing to me. I mean, they're not even exciting no more. It might seem exciting to them, but to me, it's not exciting because once you get to a certain age, what you look for in life is peace, prosperity, and you want to just be productive. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what's attractive to me is when I see like relationships or I see couples that's doing stuff like they winning. I take my hat off to Edwin and Connie. It was Connie happy birthday, Connie. That's my people's. And come to find out, I think we family. My mom was telling me that Harley and all of them is our cousins or some shit like that. They people we found out like through the grapevine that we family. But me and Connie grew up. I was with Connie. I was with Sean Nelson was my DJ when she was with Sean when she first had Simone. So me and Connie been cool since like junior high. She married to my man Edwin. I cut Edwin's hair and I cut their son's hair. And so we like family. Like we really tight. Like, he can come and get a haircut anytime he want to. I can call on him like, man, you got some glasses, you got a belt. You know what I'm saying? He got my back. You dig what I'm saying? And so when I be seeing him and Connie taking trips, or like if I got I might hit Emma might E might be over here and I might say, you got any spots available? You got any vacancies anywhere? I got somebody that's looking for an apartment or something, or looking for a crib. He'll call Connie, hey babe, we got anything open? Is anything? And then I can just hear on speakerphone. She was like, man, we did, but I just rented it out. And so that's attractive to me. You know what I mean? When I be sitting in the barbershop and I'm seeing two people, here they are, they got little businesses going on. He can call and be like, babe, do we got any thing for rent? And she was like, man, I just rented it out to somebody like that. And see, at the same time, he trusts her and he loves her so much that this is their properties together. And he didn't even know whether or not they had a vacancy. But here she is. She already telling him, I just rented it out. But see what I'm saying? He trusts her to handle business in that area. So here it is, back to what I'm saying. I'm the man, she's the woman. There go that balance. He handled the shit that he's supposed to handle. She handled the stuff that she's supposed to handle. And when they get together, it's a beautiful thing. So when I see people in relationships like that, I can't even front, man. I salute y'all. I take my hat off to y'all because I want that. I want my ride or die chick. Let's go somewhere. Let's make sure our credit A1. Let's go take us some trips. Let's eat us some good food. Let's have some good sex, freaky sex in cars. You dig what I'm saying? In alleys behind garbage cans. Nah, I'm just playing. But I'm just saying, just use your mind. Be imaginative about love, because love is good. Love is cool. And I don't know who you are, but if you ain't in love, if you don't like love, like the song Anita Baker, Caught Up in the Rapture of Love. If you don't love love, boy, your ass is you stupid. You need to be on another planet. And if you playing with people and you playing with people's feelings and you got them loving you and you're not reciprocating that, you're wrong. You do. Hey, Kendrick, what you laughing at? But I'm just saying though, it's like that. K Dot, you a good example. You and your wife, man, y'all love. You can be down here handling business. She can be somewhere else handling business. But you notice how when y'all get together, like how good y'all looked at Londa sneaker ball, how we went out, how y'all get together and how y'all just do things. The conversations that y'all have about the houses, the properties and stuff that y'all own. And like you could be handling stuff or she'll be handling stuff with like another property. Bro, that's exciting. And y'all look good together. And it's like when y'all out, y'all just look like a power couple. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because you my dog, but I'm telling you, for real, you and Steph look good together, bro. And I'm telling you, I want that shit. G Nice, I never met his wife, but you dig what I'm saying? I done been on the phone with him and him talking to Ann, and she'll just be giving out advice and she'll be doing like little stuff and she'll be saying stuff. And it's like, G Nice finally went and settled down and he got that together. You dig what I'm saying? What Londa say? They are one. They are. And they look dope and they smile together and they complement each other. So it's just like you can tell when people in love and you can tell when they got that connection and that bond. And I'm telling you, E and Connie got that bond. You and Steph got that bond. It's a lot of people that got that bond. I forget the lady name. I think she got a tattoo, and I think her dude does cable. They stay fly. They stay at the black party. They stay at the white party, and it's like they look good together. And one thing about them two, they be on the floor like dancing and they be getting freaky with each other. Khan and his wife, Contact over at Equimini Inc. Him and his wife, him and his girlfriend, them two is clowns, but it's love. You know what I mean? And I gotta tell you, when you find it, you better hold on to it. Real talk. Londa, did you hear what I said about the thing? It's going down. I talked to Skylar like last night, so we can set up the podcast. Everything is gonna go down, sweetheart. So I'm excited. You know, King George and them is having a concert the same night as that. So I don't know. Um, we just gonna get there. So maybe just we're gonna keep promoting it. Let's keep promoting it. Let's get a poster out. Let's get some posters that we can post on Facebook. And so we can just have us a nice intimate crowd. Everybody ain't going, you dig what I'm saying? But I'm saying she just said, for Friday night, she's excited to have your thing there. You dig what I'm saying? She's excited to have your book thing there. Get the book, K Dot. It's on Amazon. You can get the hardback copy or you can get the paperback copy, babe. Grab the book, man, because Yolanda, you dope. You dig what I'm saying? It's funny, it's serious. She's dope, and you a good author though too. So you inspire me, man. So K Dot, get the book. Renee said, being equally yoked is very important in a relationship. It is. You gotta have. I'm just gonna put that up there for a minute. Being equally yoked is very important in a relationship. And reason why I'm trying to point that out, party people, is because sometimes people play with other people's heart. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Because when somebody love you and they get invested in you and they started spending time with you, man, you don't want to do that. Don't do that because let them go and find happiness somewhere else. You know what I mean? Just because you might be attached to, okay, they sexy, they beautiful, or they might be a little bit successful. Somebody might treat you this way, they might cook for you. You might like the sex over here, or you might just like the fact that you got these girls. You dig what I'm saying? You might like the fact that, you know what I mean, you got dudes that's tricking off on you. So you don't really want to settle down with one dude. You got a good dude that love you and love your kids, but you rather mess with these other dudes because every time you come around them, it's a movie. They pop in bottles. They got good smoke. They take you out of town. They do trips and they do this and that. But here you got a cool dude over here on the low low. He rock with you. He rock with your kids. He's always trying to figure out like, hey, how they doing? And you'll skip over something good. You dig what I'm saying? Just for something petty. You dig what I'm saying? Tracy said, London Sanders. Yeah. Tracy read the book. So hopefully you coming back, Tracy, for this book thing. August the 16th on a Friday at the Skylight Luxury Lounge from 8 to 11. And I don't know. I'm gonna probably bring the DJ turntables because if it's over with at 11, and if it rocks to about 1 o'clock, we might just play some music and just hang out. I don't know. So it's gonna go down though. It's gonna be big, and we're gonna be going live. The podcast is gonna be live from the Skylight Luxury Lounge, and so everybody that's gonna pull up to the podcast and pull up to the thing, if you already got the book, go get the book because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get a chance to interview her. But so yeah, I like that be equally yoked is very important in a relationship because what you don't want to do is send people off. I got another video I want to show y'all real quick, and we're gonna talk about this one because this one is dope though too. Let me see, where is that? True love.
What do you do when your love won't go away and your common sense says, leave him alone? Is there anybody in here that has ever told yourself, I'm not going to do nothing, I'm not going to say nothing, I'm not going to help, I'm not going to open my mouth, and all the while you're saying it, you fixing dinner talking about, come on in and get something to eat. I want you to understand that love never fails.
That's the truth.
It may take a long time. It may look like it's been knocked out. It may get blooded. It may get bruised. It may even require stitches. But when the fight is over, love will always prevail.
It's the first time I really understood love because I didn't have nothing to give. She's a real one. Sometimes that's all you need to offer a person who's in a situation like that, just to be present. And she was present for me at a time when I didn't deserve to have nobody in my life. It's not sexy to be with me. And you're showing up for me like you're gonna be tied to this shit? And love is irrational that way. You can't rationalize real love. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I think the last thing that he said was super sincere. Um, TD Jakes was saying, like, what do you do? You know what I mean? When you don't want to love a person, like when a person done hurt you so bad, but then again, you still find yourself in a position where you giving them your best because love is going to prevail. Love is going to always try to outdo the bad. You know what I mean? It's going to always try to overlook the bad, and it's going to always try to overcome every situation. Like I was saying about my situation by me being in a joint. You know, I just felt like my BM should have just been in that mud with me a little bit. And and I've seen some people that's in a joint that been in relationships, and okay, you got a BM that's out there, or you got a girl that's out there. One of the things that's cold that's in a joint. Now I know some people because I used to do a newspaper article. If anybody wondering where the bare truth come from, I had a newspaper article in the prison paper at Oakdale, and it was called the Bare Truth. And so I had this newspaper article, and once a month I used to write an article. And so one time I did one about love. I had this guy named Rummelhart. Um, Rummelhart wife used to come and visit him. Okay, we was in Coralville, Iowa. They were from Des Moines. She was from Des Moines, Iowa. So that's probably about an hour and like 40 minutes away from where Coralville is at. Visiting days are from Thursday to Sunday, right? Rummelhart's wife used to come and visit him Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You dig what I'm saying? Of every week, of every week. And then the only time she used to miss was probably like on the Thursday. But Friday when she get off work, she was there. Saturday and Sunday she was there. And so I wrote a newspaper article, you know what I mean, about marriage. You dig what I'm saying? And I showed that example because she loved her husband. Like she was really there. Now, some of us being black guys, being from the hood, be like, okay, if you out here and you got another little dude on the side, that's cool. You don't really trip on that. But what you do is make sure he's straight in here. You didn't. I don't care if you don't do nothing. But like, man, like, listen, I'm trying to get my nails done. Have homie give you 50 to get your nails done, and boom, you send it to me and put it on my books. I ain't saying that. Listen, it is what it is. Keep it 100. We just say, Londa, replying to Tracy doing me gray. We are going to do it like we do it, and ain't nobody who is down with us come through. And if you're not, then the people who will be talking about it, trust me. Okay, there it is. I don't know what was said, how it was said, but it was said. There it is. Make it make sense. However it's gonna be though, for real, Londa. I love you. Tracy love you. So that's it. We gonna go in this thing full throttle. We're gonna give it 100%, and we're gonna have some fun. And the lady Skylar, who's doing the club, who owns the Skylight, she's excited. She loves to do little stuff like that. She loves community, man. She's got the biggest heart. And when I tell you, her and her people is love. Tasha, all of them, Lexi, the bartenders, all of them people back there, it's love. And she loves stuff like this. So we just gonna make it an event, and we just gonna have fun. And so we got some people that's gonna pop out, and they're gonna pop out. And we're gonna have fun. Now, what I'm trying to say back to what they were saying, love prevails. You always expect the best from somebody whenever you're going through something. And the white guy, he says something that was so sincere, because a lot of people know about my situation about me going to prison. So one of the things that I like to do is, like, when I meet people or I meet a female and I feel like we becoming cool or we becoming friends, I gotta give it to you. Because again, we gotta be honest. I gotta tell you what's going on in my life. So then therefore you can make a decision whether or not you want to be with me. You dig what I'm saying? Or whether you want to be friends. Because I'm not in the business of forcing nobody to be with me. So you can decide whether or not you want to go that way, and I can go that way. We ain't got to be friends, and we ain't got to be together. I keep telling y'all, man, it's 8 billion people on this planet. If one person don't like you, so what? If a handful of people don't like you, so what? Go that way. You do not bother me if you don't like me. It's just like that. And I'm keeping it 100 with you. I feel like that, and it's going to be like that. So I'm not saying that I'm better than nobody, but that's exactly how I feel. That's the reason why I don't have no problem with, being by myself and dating myself. You dig what I'm saying? And if Hanisha is my girlfriend for a long time, then it's me and her. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But meanwhile, listen to that. Um, when you show a person love and you really love a person, you dig what I'm saying? You will bend over backwards, man. You'll do some stuff for that. And when you doing that for a person and they ain't showing you that love back, if they not reciprocating that love, I'm telling you, you better find you somewhere to go to. Because here's this thing this one person said to you. He says, "What are you prepared to give a person um when you like in a relationship?" He says, "You should always be willing or be prepared to fulfill a person's needs." I always try to tell anybody that I try to start a friendship with, and you know what I mean. I think it's universal. Me and G Nice talk about it a lot of times too. If we having a conversation and the conversation ain't enlightening, then it ain't about nothing. Me and K Dot, we can have a conversation like K Dot turned me on to Jomis. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just like a little small thing because his colognes always smell good. I love cologne. He smell good. I'd be like, boom, boom, boom. So I'm just saying, as my friend, we always talking about different ways to turn each other on to like music, a business venture, cologne, or something, or planning a trip. Or if you're going down here, you should do this and that. G Nice can call up and he can get the whole itinerary for me to jump on a train and to get to Chicago. You dig what I'm saying? And so even as friends, like my homies, when we talking, we need to be able to make each other better. If I can't make you better, then what is we doing? So if I'm definitely gonna be in a relationship with you, I gotta be able to make you better. You dig what I'm saying? I'm saying we at least when you in my presence, I need you to be protected. I need you to be provided for, and I need you to have a peaceful environment. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna run up on you, be like, "Who is this bitch? What you doing with her?" You ain't never finna do that to me. You ain't never finna do that to her. You dig what I'm saying? If I say I'm taking you out, I'm taking you out. You dig what I'm saying? I don't mind purse first though. You dig what I'm saying? I don't mind purse first. If you want to feed me, you want to take me out, purse first. Then you dig what I'm saying? But I'm saying if I say I'm taking you out, I'm taking you out. That means I can pick you up. I can buy us a meal. I can make sure we going someplace that we can have a good. I don't drink, but if you drink, we can have a good. What I'm not finna buy is drugs. So if you smoke weed, you on your own. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I ain't going to the weed man house with you either. I'm on parole. So that's just ain't. No, I'm just saying we ain't finna do that. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm telling you, it's got to be peaceful. When you hanging out with me, I like peace. I am a grown man. I am 50 years old. I don't look like it. You dig? But meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm peaceful. I don't like drama. I don't be around loud people talking this and that. Ain't nobody around me got no guns because we don't need no guns. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere where I got enemies, where I got smoke. We ain't going nowhere where we got beef, where nigga finna run up on me, be like, nigga, what's up? What was all that? Nah, we ain't doing none of that. Ain't no chick finna run up on you. So that's just how I live my life. You dig what I'm saying? And so why not be honest? Why not? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you at all times. So that way, shit, we ain't got no smoke. And one thing about it, we gonna laugh because you know what I mean. Shit, I just love to do that. You know what I mean. And I love God. So if we have a conversation about God, you really got me. You know what I mean. So that's it. And let me see. One of the other things. Sometimes for ladies that's in a relationship and you feel like you're not getting that love, uh sometimes you got to leave a person if you love them. You know what I mean? I had a person was telling me they going through a situation and they said they had to tell this person. They was just like, listen, I had to let him know that I'm gonna go ahead and let you do your thing. Now if time permits and you come back and you know what I mean, we find ourselves in love again and you ready for the love that I'm ready for, then boom, we'll try it out. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you spin the block and do what you do. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead and live your best life. Because if that's what you want to do, sometimes you gotta let that person go. Because here's the thing that you always gotta be in mindful of this right here. Um, 2024. Um, it's so much going on out here. You can't be over here with this person and then come back over here with me, then go over here with that person, then come back over here, then go back over there with that, then come back over here. Now all of us entangled, and I don't even know who this person entangled with, who that person entangled. Nah, we ain't finna do that. That's the reason why me and Hanisha, we can do our own, we can do our own thing. You dig what I'm saying? Now I don't hope it don't send me to the doctor, but I'm just telling you, I'll keep it 100 with you. I can do that before I start meddling around with just miscellaneous. You dig what I'm saying? And ladies, you gotta sometimes you just gotta put your big girl panties on and just go somewhere and sit down. You dig what I'm saying? Stop trying to act like you need a man in your life all the time, especially if the person ain't treating you right. You know what I mean? Here's a true statement. Listen to this. R.C. Blake said this. He says, "You can't know if a person loves you unless you truly love yourself." Listen to that again. You can't know if a person truly loves you unless you love yourself. So basically, what he's saying, and so I sit and I thought about that for like a minute because you remember we did the one little segment and we was talking about sometimes you just got to go somewhere and you just got to heal. You know what I mean? You know you hurting and you going through some stuff. Sit down and heal. You know what I mean? Because when you take out the time to heal and you take out the time to love yourself, you know what real love is. And unfortunately, mines came through 14 years and 8 months in prison. I tell you this, and I tell you again. I didn't. I did that time with nothing but my both of my moms, my mom Bernice, my mom Wanda, my dad Horace, and my dad Arnold, Big Arnold, my sisters and my brothers. You know what I mean? Close to the end of the bid, my man Loco Low, she was jumping in there with me. My cousin TT, she helped me cross the finish line. You dig what I'm saying? But I didn't do that time with like no female. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't. I wasn't writing any women. No women was coming up to see me. There was one person that reached out, and I could say that. And this is how we got cool. And I could say that because I'm cool with her dude. I'm cool with Shubu. Uh, Keisha. Keish, her daughter and my daughter is best friends. And when Keish lost her daughter, I drew a portrait. Um, just real short, I'll tell you the story how me and Nubia is so tight, how we so connected. One night, I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my spirit was like really really funky on me. You know what I mean? Like I was heavy, like I was sad, I felt dark, I felt like and I was in a bad space, and I just really felt funky, and I didn't even know what was going on. And so the next day. I call my niece Terranee because I check on them in the ATL and stuff like that. And she was like, "Have you heard from Nubia?" And I was like, "No." She was like, yeah, she's down right now. She's going through it. She says her friend Kiari, she passed. And so this was Keisha's, and I forget my man name. He was a Hearn. Look, Keelan, that's my guy from back in the day. So they had a daughter named Kiara. However it goes, her and Nubia was like this, and so Nubia was going through it. And by Nubia being my daughter, as a father, it just seemed like I could feel the spirit of my baby, like she was hurting. And so I just kind of put two and two, and I was praying. And so I think that's the reason why I was going through it. Now, I'm just saying all of that is because I drew this portrait for Keisha, just for her, and put her baby in the clouds and a nice little portrait for her, and I sent it to her. And then through baby C, she reached out to me, you know what I mean? And so a few times we just spoke on the phone. It was just like a thank you for the picture. It really meant something. It was nothing, you know what I mean, irregular or nothing like that, but that was it. You dig what I'm saying? Just imagine 15 years of just doing me. You dig what I'm saying? And so I was just learning myself. And God was kind of like showing me, like, some of my bogus ways and some of the miscellaneous shits and the lying and shit that I was doing out here, and how you was treating women, and how you was doing this and that. And then only that, he got into my business about out here selling dope, waking up drinking every day. And man, you write poetry, you write songs. I mean, listen, I was writing business proposals. I was on inmate council. I ain't never been no dummy, so I was going to school. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to college, liberal arts. I got my barbering license in there, so I love books. So I love to read books, and so I got books over there. I got a bookshelf, and so he was just like showing me, like, man, you wasting your life. You dig what I'm saying? When you settle in for just being in the streets, okay, yeah, it's cool to walk into a club and you got a pocket full of money and you can say something slick and try to leave with a chick, go home and have sex with her or have fun or whoop de whoop or do whatever you want to do. But is that life? That ain't life. You dig what I'm saying? And so I had to grow up. I had to grow up the hard way. So I did. I did a decade and a half of just loving myself. And so why am I telling you this? Because it's true, ladies, and sometimes fellas, y'all got to go somewhere and sit your ass down and learn how to love yourself. Because you don't know what real love is until you love yourself. So now you just can't jump into my life if I don't really feel like this is love. And you can't make me love your love. You dig what I'm saying? You can't love me any way that you think that you're going to love me. You're not finna do that. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I got it all together. I'm not a genius. I'm not like the love doctor or like I'm a perfect human being. None of us is perfect. But I'm saying it's certain things that, supposed to feel good. Now, I will say this. I probably dropped the ball because of being in prison, throwing up that force field, not giving everything an opportunity, or I'm gonna say not fighting for shit when I should have fought for shit. You dig what I'm saying? I probably dropped the ball. You dig what I'm saying? By throwing up this force field and being scared. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do the podcast, because like when I was saying like, okay, definitions of love, are you really scared of love? I can say, man, in some parts of my life, I am. Like, I don't want my heart broke. You know what I mean? I ain't got no time for it. But then again, you want love. And so, in order to get love, you're going to have to go through the trial and the error. You're going to have to go through some things. But here's the thing that you can't go through. I ain't nobody going through the games. You dig what I'm saying? What we not gonna do is sit up here and be playing. You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't got no time to waste. Like right now, everything has got to be everything. Everything I do from this point on out has got to count. You dig what I'm saying? And so, if it's a friendship, okay, it's a friendship. You dig what I'm saying? And that's to each his own. If that's where you're gonna set it at. But at the end of the day, um, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I'm looking for that person, and then I'm praying for that person, and so it's gonna be like that. If you're looking for unconditional love, you're gonna have to be patient. I think it's gonna have to be consistent, and you're gonna have to be conscious. You're gonna have to be consistent with showing this person that you love them, and you're gonna have to be conscious of who this person is. You dig what I'm saying? And can are you willing to fight with this person? You know what I mean? Is you know what I mean? Is this the person that you want to fight with? Do you feel like that? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I was head over heels for my BM, when I first met her, probably because she played hard to get. You dig what I'm saying? And so it took me a while to get her. So I chased her for like about a month. And chasing and pursuing is two different things. To pursue a woman and to like a woman is to pursue her. So now I know, like now, you know what I mean? I've been out for like almost 3 years. There's been a few people that I might have, shot a shot, and we might had a conversation, but I'm not finna chase nobody. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not finna, you know what I mean? Because if you ain't got no time for me, I ain't got no time for you. Real talk. I'm just gonna keep it like that. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, listen, um, when it was dealing with her, I don't know. It was something about her. I liked it. Her little style. I'm over the 9 minute mark, over the hour mark. So I'm finna close this off because I got something to do. But listen to this. Um, I was kind of head over heels. I chased her, and then when I got her, you dig what I'm saying? I seen some stuff that I probably wasn't ready for. You dig what I'm saying? And so you got it vice versa to you. The advice that I'm giving to you. If you're gonna be in a relationship, if this person is worth fighting for, then man, fight for that person. Give them 100%. But you're gonna have to be honest with that person. Nicole is on here saying be transparent. What she said, transparency on all levels. He said, I don't even chase my cognac. I drink it straight. Like, listen, not these days. I ain't chasing a none, not a nan. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like this right here. Um, Give it 100%. You dig what I'm saying? Love is a beautiful thing. I've seen some people out here and they making it work. Now behind the scenes, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some arguments, there's some disagreements, there's some this and that. But I tell you one thing, when they do pop out in public, and that's how it's gonna be with us. When we pop out in public, it's us against the world. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna be. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm looking for that. Um, I'm gonna do the Bible study Tuesday, and I think I'm gonna finish it off with love. And I want to go through First Corinthians chapter 13, the love chapter, and let's talk about God and how He loved us. Let's bring Jesus into the picture because that's unconditional love. Now, on the flip side of that, um, K Dot, that's my man. G Nice. I got a couple other guys, Big Tone, Loco Los, Debo. We can be talking on the phone. Leonard Overstreet. Me and him, he talked to me this morning. He'll hit me, man, and he goes deep, like early in the morning, like, bro, you know what I mean? Listen to this. we up early in the morning on a Sunday talking about slavery. You dig what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some things about you I wasn't ready for either. And you know something? I can actually say that. You dig what I'm saying? But overall, I will say this. Oh, since you are on the podcast, the experience was much needed, and I did. I can say that I took some stuff from there, and it made me a man. You dig what I'm saying? Now, um, since you here, I'm pretty sure you didn't heard about it. I just felt like the prison experience should have went a little bit better, but over that, when we was on. You dig what I'm saying? Like we was ride or die. So we didn't had our moments where we was in the club and we was ride or die. And it's one thing else that was about us that I love and that I will always be grateful for. We always did whatever we can do for them kids. When we was together, basketball games, track meets, when it comes to birthday parties, when it comes to school shopping, Christmases and everything, when me and her bumped heads and went to go do something for them kids, we gave them 100%. Now, the way that they act today, the way that your daughter Wizzy act right now, her mouth, I can't get ready for that. So I ain't gonna get ready for that. So I'm not gonna say like the overall experience was bad because I love family, and we did have a family. You dig what I'm saying? Our family was love. You dig what I'm saying? The fighting, turning off the lights and running around the house and fighting and shit like that, taking the trips to go get the fireworks. And me and you going to um Indianapolis for a concert and then school shopping and bringing back school shopping. So yeah, you dig what I'm saying? It just, you know what I mean? It I don't know, but I will say that. I will say I do love family. You know what I mean? I do love family. And so I think the biggest thing that I hate about what I went to prison for is that people don't understand that, and I think you do, is that I really, really love kids. Like, I love them to death. You dig what I'm saying? I'll do anything for them. I'll support them, and I will always try to push them and inspire them and encourage them through anything. You dig what I'm saying? And she got a grice mouth. Yeah, she might have a grice mouth, but talking like that to adults is not no grice shit. You can get your ass flatlined for that. So I seen her, but I'm just saying that though because me and Nubia just went to T Pain and she should have been there. So now she looking at the story of us at T Pain and she was supposed to be there. You dig what I'm saying? She was supposed to be in at the T-Pain thing with us. It was a daddy and daughter thing. And so, if I do some shit with Nubia, she's supposed to be there, but her mouth is so ridiculous. I wish Marty was there. If Marty would have posted that box that I sold to him for like $70, it had like $200 worth of shit. And I was finna give it to Wizzy. I'm finna give her the box, and here she is talking crazy. Just fly off at the lip for nothing. That's a whole nother story. I ain't finna tell y'all that. My baby mama on deck. But meanwhile, listen, I did learn love. I love family, and I think that's big. I want to point that out though too. Fellas, stop messing with ladies, man, and getting into their life and they got kids. And you know what I mean? And you don't really love this woman and you ain't showing this woman love. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. For real, for real, for real. Don't go around them people, man, and doing that stuff because them kids is looking at y'all and they looking for an example and they looking for role models on how to win. And so if you're gonna come around them and you're gonna be in their mama's life, but you're gonna treat their mama like they trash, you bogus. And I'm just calling you out. You're wrong. You ain't got no business for that. Meet that woman at a hotel or go do something else. Don't come around them kids, man, with them bad examples, man. You dig what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, even your kids, which I love like crazy, they my kids. I was with you 3 years before Wizzy was even born. Them was my kids. I treated them like mine. So I'm just saying, I hate that. You dig what I'm saying? When dudes do that, don't do that. You dig what I'm saying? Because them kids deserve better. They innocent and they don't have nothing to do with nothing. Okay, we over the hour mark. But remember what I just said. I'm gonna have some more stuff. Love is submissive. Women, you gotta know that if you find a man that you have to be submissive to him. And what this means is that you have to be submissive to a leader. This dude has got to protect you. He's got to be a provider. And I'm just saying, he don't have to be the richest person in the world. And y'all could be going in half on bills. But fam, you got to be able to step up to the plate. I got to know that you're putting in your best effort to make sure that we got a roof over our head, that we got food on the table, and that this is not a problem. It's too many jobs out here. You dig what I'm saying? For you to be a bum. Okay, what you say? Also, women, stop bringing these men around your kids when you don't really know where things are going with this man. Let's put the amen and then let the church say amen. Shay says, also, women, stop bringing these men around your kids when you really don't know where these things are going with this man. That's the truth. Oh man, that's real truth. But back to like, okay, the submissive. This is the thing that I wanted to say, and I want to let y'all get out of here. You have to be submissive to a man, you know what I mean, and stop popping off at the mouth and trying to be reckless and rude and shit. But here's the thing, you don't have to be submissive to a dude who's not being a man. If he's not being a man, then you don't have to be submissive to that. You shouldn't even really want that in your life unless y'all just got a little agreement together saying, hey, you just a friend, you just a thump buddy, and that's what it is. You dig what I'm saying? So if y'all got that type of agreement going on, cool. But meanwhile, that's not right. Okay, but meanwhile, um, there are some things that the woman is good at, that God created the woman for, and so I want to also be in that situation where I can have that woman where I could be like, okay, I need you to take the leadership role on that. You dig what I'm saying? Um, since you on here, baby mama, the baby mama was good at cleaning up the crib, making sure the crib was clean. Like, I would come in and make a mess. Like, if I cook, I tear the kitchen up. Like, everybody like the roast, they like the sausage casserole, they like the chicken and dumplings. But when you come through the kitchen is through. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did, but the kitchen is through. So, she was good at her parts. Like, I was in the streets, I was selling dope, so she kept the job. So we could always put a car in her name. That's illegal. I'm not. Don't use that example. That's not a good example. But meanwhile, that's how I thought at the same time. Now, if we was like a little bit more mature with ourselves back then, it might have worked. It might have blossomed into something. I just wasn't mature. I was just in the streets. But here's the thing. Some things in a relationship, the woman has to take her leadership role. You dig what I'm saying? And so, um, I don't have a problem with a woman, what I mean, doing this. I'm not like right now, I don't know how to multitask. So there's some things that I might need, from a person to be more organized in my life, to maybe put my life on a calendar or a schedule and be like, you got this appointment today. You need to do this and that. You need to do because I dropped the ball. I got too many things on my plate that I can't handle. Like I said, I can't fold clothes for shit in this world. My shelf look a mess. You dig what I'm saying? Like when I get dressed and go somewhere, when I come back, I gotta literally take out time and just clean the basement back up because I got shoes all over the place, sun visors. I don't know if I'm gonna wear a scarf. I don't know what sunglasses I'm gonna wear, what shoes, what belt I'm gonna wear. It's a mess. You dig what I'm saying? And it's just I'm just giving you a minute example of what I'm saying. It could be things she might be good at, just making sure that the bills is paid. Okay, here go the money. You go make sure that this is paid. I don't want to have to worry about that. I got the money in the bank. The money is in the bank, but you go do that. So what am I saying? Keep the main thing the main thing. Love is submissive. So anytime that you're gonna be in love, one of the definitions of love, you're gonna have to be submissive. You're gonna have to submit to that partner. He's got to be a leader. He's got to be a protector, a provider, and he's got to make sure that your life is peaceful. You got to make sure his life is peaceful. If you out here and you gossiping and you got all kind of drama and shit going on, that ain't gonna work. Y'all definitely got to make sure when you saying submissive, it's about respect because we got to respect each other. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't care who I step out with whenever you dig when I've ever stepped out with like a female friend. um Nobody's gonna run up on you and say anything to you. You know what I mean? I'm not messy. I'm not moving around like that. I'm not doing that. I'm not out here reading people, giving people false hope or false promises. you know it ain't none of that. So if I'm with you, you dig what I'm saying. I don't know if it's just for the night, if we just hanging out, if we doing a date or something. Listen to me. I plan to be a gentleman, and I mean that, and I stand on that. And I learned it the hard way. Like I said, doing that 14 years in prison, I mean, I'm scared to mistreat to try to mistreat women because God will knock the wind out of you. Them is God's daughters. You dig what I'm saying? And so don't do it. Whenever you think that you doing that or you playing them or you getting over on them, it's coming back. The same energy that you put out is coming back to you. And when it come back to you, it's gonna be a lot worse. So you better get it together. Lisa, what's going down? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm on the podcast trying to talk about life and about serious issues, and then here you come. I'm thirsty. I got a taste for a 7 Up. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the reason why I ain't gonna never mind. I ain't gonna say that. Love should be submissive, everybody. Respectful, be conscious, and be consistent. You dig what I'm saying? Stop lying to people and giving people false hope. That ain't cool. Listen, man, I love y'all. And when I say that, I mean that from a godly point of view. Like I love people. I want to see you win. I want to inspire you. I want to encourage you. I always want to see you do the best. I've never been a hater. I've never looked at another man and been like, "Oh man, fuck that nigga. That nigga ain't on shit. That nigga broke. Man, listen, live your life. If you fresh, man, where you cop them shoes at? Them shoes is dope. If his fit is dope, if his jewelry dope, if his car dope, I'm gonna give you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna always give you your props. I'm gonna salute respect and show respect where respect is due. You dig what I'm saying? And if we ever was friends or something like that and we just wasn't together, you dig what I'm saying? I felt like, we should still be cool. I love you to the point that I don't think that we should be mad. Like we should gotta go around and, what I mean, be mad. But Oli, since you want to talk like that, you should have been supporting me. You should have bought fireworks for me and you should have been getting your hair cut by me. You know I'm a barber and we got a daughter together and you should have been getting your hair cut by me. That's it and that's all. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. That was bogus and you low down for that. And now you can't get your hair cut for me. You can never get your hair cut for me. There it is. Listen, Tuesday, the Bible study is going to go down again. We're going to talk about love of God and what Christ come here to do and how he just loves us unconditionally. You dig what I'm saying? That's the only person that's got the perfect love, that loves us. And so let's talk about that. And we'll end that. But I got another good topic that Leonard Overstreet was talking about. I'm gonna try to fine tune it and try to put it together. And thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bear Truth another Sunday. We out.